Hey, hello again. This is number 23. Now, this one's going to be mostly a personal one. I think goes out to a lot of people. And we're going to talk about cancer and also people with HIV or AIDS. But first, let's talk about cancer. People live with a lot of cancer. People live with HIV. People live with breast cancer. People live with prostate cancer. People live with throat cancer. And I think that anybody with cancer, and I might have fumbled and put HIV or AIDS, but cancer is majority one that people either make it or they sadly say die from it. But I think anybody in their right mind, if you have family, friends, loved ones, supportive ones, be there for people that's fighting cancer, because especially breast cancer in women. And I've seen it on TV. I've witnessed on the news or talked about it or read about it. So I feel personally that anybody who's fighting this cancer or any cancer, stand up and have somebody be supportive and stand for what you believe in. The more we fight for the saving of human life, of fighting any type of cancer, is the best possible thing in the world. And if you're afraid or you're scared, my best advice is just talk about it. Talk about your family, talk about your friends, talk about somebody that can understand and relate to it, because anybody that fought and beat cancer, of any type of cancer, should talk to other fellow people, man or women, no matter who it is, that's fighting, this cancer that's unbeatable in some sense, because sometimes it can beat your body down where you have to take a lot of medication or go through radiation treatment to try to fight, try to beat this. And I figure as long as people stay strong in your heart, in your mind, and in who you are, I think there's a possible way that cancer can be beaten. So please be supportive for people who's fighting this ungrateful thing, and be there for them, no matter good or bad. Be their supportive backbone, and anything, cancer will be beaten as long as you stay strong. So, but besides cancer, there's people also living with AIDS and HIV. That's the most deadliest thing in the world today as well. And I figure people who's living with disease, it's not your fault. And anybody in their right mind should not judge you for anything that you do. I don't have it per se, but I'm not against anybody who has either. And would I date somebody who has it? I wouldn't say. But I'll be open minded to it and think about taking classes if I have to. It's the right thing to do. I mean, you shouldn't be closed-minded or judgmental on anything that somebody has or fighting or living with through their normal lives. It's not their fault. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes they have a blood transfusion, or when yes, they can have one of their cheating ass boyfriends or something, and they was just being unsafe and they brought it home and then they lied to their partner. And by doing so, they risked their partner's life because now they're infected now. So the main things I need to say is basically, if you're afraid or you're scared or you don't know what it's all about, I say go to libraries, go to doctors, go to classes if you need to. And if you got a partner who's infected and you're not infected, I say if you're open-minded to, then go to classes, find out about it, get more educated, and be safe about it. Because if you still want to be with your partner, you still want to be there in every possible way you can to do the necessary procedures to get it done. Because it doesn't matter if you have HIV or you have AIDS or you even have cancer. All this is irrelevant. The only relevant thing is for you to be there for them so they can know that they have your undesirable love, passion, respect, and support of who you was. If you supported in the beginning, be supportive now. Because anything in their right mind is that when they're gone, they're gone. And you don't want somebody to feel resentful or hateful towards you. And you don't want them to dislike you because of who you perceive to be. So have an open mind to everybody out there, because sometimes I have a friend too who's HIV positive, like I mentioned before in the other video, and he feels scared, he feels threatened, he feels somewhat, I sense, closed-minded about people out there who has this most deadly disease out there as well. And you can't sit there and blame a certain type of race or sexual preference and thinking that it's our fault or whoever fault it is. The fact of the matter is it's here. So it's time to change. It's time to fight for a cure for AIDS. It's time to fight for a cure for HIV. It's time to fight for cancer. It's time to fight for all the things that cause human body harm and fight for things that matter the most. If there are things out there you want to fight for it no matter what, but have an open mind about it and not judge everything out there. Because just because you don't want to have gay marriage doesn't mean the next person don't want to support gay marriage. And it goes on to all different types of subject out there. It means just be supportive, be out there for what you want to fight for, and don't focus on too many things out there that has no concern of you. Because as long as you're not living that life, don't worry about it, because it's not going to affect you. It's going to affect the people that's going through it and being hated on by people like you. So have an open mind, not a closed-hearted person, and everything will work out in the end. I'm going to have to say sign off, but before I do, personal note though, cancer people, cancer patients, victims, people that pass from this horrible cancer disease, just know that you'll always be loved, you'll always be missed, and you'll always be in our heart. No matter if we know about you or we don't know about you, we hear your stories, your support, and the love and the story that we feel from you. You'll always be missed, and you'll always want you here. Another side of HIV and cancer, people that we lost through this deadly disease, and people that still here fighting with it. My honest opinions, if you have it, be open about it and let people know that you have it, because that's the honest best thing to do, is be honest with somebody. If you're trying to get with somebody, let them make the decision they want to be with you or not. Give them the option. But at the same time, if they're not open-minded to it, then that means that gives you a sign to move on. It's better to sit there and mess your heart up and your personality because somebody wants to be an asshole. So all I can say is, everybody out there, support cancer, support HIV and AIDS, and finding a cure for all of that. And don't blame nobody, because you won't want anybody to blame you. Yo, this is me. This is number 23, and I'm signing off. Bye.